Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. A back-to-school bash is set for August 11th from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. The event will be held at the old Houston School location, 411 College Street in Sulphur Springs. Sponsors of the event will provide school supplies, snow cones, hot dogs, and drinks for students in Hopkins County. No registration is required. It's on a first-come, first-served basis while supplies last. The back-to-school bash is made possible by CPI, Grocery Supply, Fidelity Express, Alliance Bank, City National Bank, One Church, Guarantee Bank and Trust, Herrera Lawn and Tree Service, Poor Child Films, and New Favor, New Vision. Thursday, July 26th at 6 p.m., Lights Out, an under-10 baseball team, will be packing the backpacks at CPI as a way to give back to the community and thank CPI for sponsoring their baseball team. Approximately 75,000 vehicles pass through Hopkins County each day traveling Interstate 30. The I-30 corridor between Little Rock, Arkansas and Dallas, Texas is one of the heaviest traveled roadways for truck traffic in the South. That's just one of the concerns discussed by the local emergency planning committee during an every 2-month meeting that took place Tuesday, July 24th at the Hopkins County Civic Center. Under the Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act, LEPCs must develop an emergency response plan, review the plan at least annually, and provide information about chemicals in the community to citizens. Plans are developed by the community with participation from community members. The purpose of the local committee is to establish a framework for dealing with various emergencies and disasters that can affect the county. According to Hopkins County Fire Chief and Emergency Management Director Andy Inslee, a plan is in place, but that plan is constantly reviewed and expanded to meet the needs of growth in Hopkins County. Members of the committee must include representatives from industry, fire, law enforcement, along with public health officials, elected local and state officials, emergency management directors, and the media. The Community Emergency Response Plan identifies facilities and transportation routes of extremely hazardous substances. Truck traffic presents the possibility of hazmat events that could affect the area. Recently, the county fire department responded to a truck fire on the interstate. The driver did not know what his cargo contained, nor did he speak English. Without that information regarding contents, the firemen were at a disadvantage to fight the fire. Some materials do not react well to water as a means of extinguishing a fire. The fire was contained and extinguished after some time spent in determining the cargo through the trucking company dispatch. Several industries in Sulphur Springs utilize materials that are considered hazardous, and plans are in place to deal with any possible emergency created by the materials. The description of emergency response procedures on and off-site of industry, designation of a community coordinator and facility emergency coordinators to implement the plan, outline of emergency notification procedures, description of how to determine the probable effect in the area and the population affected by releases, description of local emergency equipment and facilities, and the persons responsible for them, evacuation plans, training program for emergency responders, and methods and schedules for exercising emergency response plans are a part of the assignment carried out by the LEPC. Wednesday morning, KSST Channel 18's Doug Haston visited with Leslie Brown, CEO of the Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce. Leslie talked about T-shirts and networking.
So the T-shirt contest started on July 16th and it will go through July 31st. But as of August 1st, we won't be accepting them. So we need to get all those entries in via email by the 31st. And then at the next board meeting, which is on August 10th, the board of directors will go through and vote on those anonymously. And we'll see what our theme will be for the 49th Stew Contest.
What are you looking for with T-shirt design?
So here's the thing. A lot of the times people will try to copy other ideas, and we've done that for the last couple of years, and I'd really like to see us starting to get away from that and back to more original designs.
Such as?
Sky's the limit on that. If you can dream it and get it on a T-shirt, we'd like to see it. And
okay.
so
So do you have to put it on a t-shirt and bring it down here? How do they get their design to you?
They just email it to me, and so my email is Leslie, Lezley, at hopkinschamber.org, and you just email those in. I print those off, and then that's kind of how we vote on them. Then whichever one is selected, we will go back to the winner and talk about formats that we need them in, that kind of thing. But for now, we're just wanting to see what design you've created to go on the t-shirts.
Okay, simple is better.
Simple is better, just because it is going on a t-shirt. Overly complicated or overly large things that it would be hard to get onto a t-shirt is just need to keep in mind they'll be used for the advertising and the t-shirts. So simple is better, but we also like creative.
Color involved?
We can have color. It doesn't have to be black and white.
How many colors?
I wouldn't be limited by colors. If that's something we needed to edit later, we could. Right now, we just kind of want to see what everybody's thinking about for the t-shirts.
So as of this moment, you have no theme whatsoever?
That's right. So this establishes the theme for the stew contest this year, which is a really fun thing to do. That's a lot of power right there to be able to do the theme for the 49th stew. But
So if you win this t-shirt contest, what do you get?
so first of all, it's a little more pride, not prize, but you do get a t-shirt, obviously, and then we make sure and tell everybody who created the design, and then you also get to judge the stew.
Oh, you get to judge?
Yes, you do.
Do you get to judge the super stew?
Maybe.
Okay, you got another event coming up a little bit before stew.
That's right. So on August 2nd, we are having the Chamber Showcase. And the Chamber Showcase is a time that our Chamber members have bought booths out at the country club, and we are going to highlight Chamber members. And we're trying to just create an atmosphere that says, you know, if you need something, think local before you go out of town to get it done. And so this is an opportunity for networking to happen for about 2 hours from 5:30 to 7:30 on Thursday, August 2nd. And we're going to be able to walk around the country club. We've got several restaurants that are attending, so free food, and you can just walk your way through and eat and visit and talk, meet new people, and it's a great opportunity to network. The tickets are only $10, and we're taking reservations here at the Chamber until then.
You have to be a Chamber member?
You do not have to be a Chamber member to come that night. You had to be a Chamber member to have a booth, but those are completely sold out. So now then anyone can come. You just buy a $10 ticket and walk through. It's kind of like food show meets exhibit hall meets speed networking all in one night. So we should have a great time.
And when is that again?
August 2nd from 5:30 to 7:30. That's a Thursday night out at the country club.
That's just a couple of weeks away.
It's coming up really quickly.
This is the first time you ever done it?
This is the very first time we've done it. It's kind of something that was in our brains and we've hammered it out. So hopefully it'll be a great night. We'll have a lot of people there and we'll have a great time.
Here's Don Julian with sports.
The final 2 SSISD sports camps are scheduled next week. Wildcats football coach Greg Owens' football camps and Wildcats tennis coach Tony Martinez tennis camps. Coach Owens will offer football camps for 2 different age groups next Tuesday through Thursday. A camp for boys entering the 3rd through the 8th grade is scheduled from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. and cost is $50 per camper. Coach Owens will also have a freshman football camp for entering 9th graders from 9:30 a.m. until noon, and cost for that one is $20 per student. Coach Owens stresses that every 9th grade football player is encouraged to attend. Coach Martinez will have tennis camps for 2 different age groups, Monday and through Thursday. Camp for kids entering kindergarten through the 6th grade will take place 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. each day, and another camp for boys and girls entering the 7th grade through the 12th grade will follow from 10:30 a.m. until 12:30 p.m., and cost for tennis camp is $50. Enrollment forms for football and tennis camps are available online at www.ssisd.net. Campers can also be enrolled if they're brought to camp early on the first day of camp.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.
We are preparing. We've worked really hard this week to start getting the stew letters prepared. And so the very beginning of August, we send out the cook's letters and the sponsor letters to everyone, and that officially kicks off stew season.
When is stew this year?
It is October 27th.
And obviously that'll be on a Saturday.
That's right. It's always the fourth Saturday of the month.
You given any consideration into turning it into a multi-day event?
Not yet. But I will say, the 50th stew is next year, and we are already planning that, and it is going to be a big celebration.
Oh.
So, that's a little teaser of things to come.